folks, thanks for joining me today. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be using one of the Mad River rocks that you would have seen me collect there on a video that I posted, oh gosh, I think it was about a month or so ago. And I'm leaving the stone its natural color, and I drew a circle using my compass, and I'm just painting it in black. This is going to be the center point of where the painting is going to go. So it's be your visual, and still keeping the natural stone color, which will go a little bit darker. If you ever want to test when you're using a natural stone and what it's going to look like once it's been resined, if that's the choice that you use for sealing your rocks, all you have to do is just give it a little bit of a wash, or you can just add a little bit of water on any part of the rock, and that'll give you a good indication as to what it's going to look like once it's been resined. So when you resin, your rock is always going to look wet from that point of its life on. So make sure that you do a test, and that way you know exactly how dark it's going to go, and you won't lose any of your painting. So you watched me paint in the circle black, and now I'm just outlining with gold. This is my glorious gold, and it's my go-to. I love this gold so much. But if you don't have it, that's okay. Use what you've got in your stock. Again, same with the colors that I'll be using today. I will be listing them all in the description, but they're just suggestion. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to use the same colors. So this is going to be a bit of a weird video because I am doing a technique that is reverse. So basically we're putting on the color tones where we want them to be prior to painting on the design. So this is our background, which will eventually become our foreground. So you'll see what I mean if you stick around and keep watching to the end. But what I'm doing is I'm just adding colors where I want them to be and blending them all in together. So if you saw the thumbnail at the beginning of this video, you would have seen that this is a hummingbird. And I know it doesn't look like a hummingbird right now, but I promise you it will. So we're just blending in the colors just to make them sort of merge into each other as we are putting the bright colors on here. And then we're going to let it completely dry. And you'll see that, well, you won't see it dry because I, fast forward that part or don't include it so that you don't have to worry about it because I just do. You're just going to watch as I paint it. So anyways, yes, we let it dry, and then we can sketch on where we want the hummingbird to go. And then we just paint it all black. So you'll see what I mean in a few minutes once I get to that point. But I do a lot of blending here. I'm using some Craft Smart paint. I'm using some Delta and, of course, my DecoArt. And again, all of the brand names and the paint names are going to be listed in the description. So I urge you to check that out to see what colors I use, or just use what you've got in your stash. Sorry about that, a little bit of a tongue twister. So yes, I just spend an awful lot of time blending in. I think that if I had have painted the background white, I would have had some better results with blending and with these bright colors. However, I didn't do the white because I'm going in and I'm going to be using black to outline and really make this hummingbird come to life. So that's why I use the black. Let me know if you use the white. Leave me a comment below and let me know how the white worked out for you as a base coat rather than using the black. So as I keep blending here, I'm going to just chit chat about a few things. So I had mentioned earlier that, or in a previous tutorial, that I was working on getting my Etsy shop up and had everything in draft form. I just had to do a few more tweaks and then post, and then everything would be up and ready to go. And then Canada Post went on strike. So I haven't rushed to do anything in the Etsy shop because of that. Because basically all you're going to be able to do is look at it and not be able to buy it because I can't ship it. So unfortunately, my Etsy shop is going to be down for a little bit while longer until we get some resolution on the Canada Post strike. And as you know, I am in Canada. I'm in Northern Ontario, and yeah, it kind of halted everything. I do have some things that are out and about, stuck in transit somewhere or in a depot somewhere, and not moving until Canada Post comes back to work. So, unfortunately, you're not going to see too much in my Etsy shop again this week because of, you know, what's going on in Canada with our post. And it's bad timing for us, but with Christmas here or coming and fast approaching, unfortunately, we're all on a standstill. And unless we want to pay an extra small fortune in order to get it to you by using a courier service, it's just, it is what it is. So back to the painting. You would have seen that I put on some dragon glaze. Nope, it's not dragon glaze. I'm sorry. It is sparkle varnish that I used from DecoArt. And I put that on top because I want the parts of the hummingbird to be very glittery. And this was the only way that I could think about doing it. I'm doing this kind of in reverse. If you think about when you do like stenciling or something like that, you do the last color first, if that makes sense. So that's basically what I'm doing. I did the background first, but it's going to be the foreground. So now I'm just sketching on with my General's charcoal pencil, and I'm just sketching on where I want the features of the hummingbird, making some tweaks on it. And because it's my charcoal pencil, it does erase very easily. I just use a damp cloth once it's been all painted, and it gets rid of the rest of the pencil marks, and it doesn't show up on your painting. However, if you don't do this before you resin, it will show. So trust me, I've done it and it looks horrible, and there's nothing you can do to fix it unless you just paint right over top of it again. And yeah, it's, who wants to do that? So I'm just sort of putting on the design that I want, and then I just come in with a fine lining brush and I make my hummingbird come to life. So I'm just outlining, everything's going to be in black, and I'm just outlining and everything. So how do I explain this? My negative space is going to be the bird itself. So what I'm doing is, again, it's kind of reverse. So I'm outlining everything, and then I'm going to color in or paint in everything black that is negative space. So that way you see the bird design, and those multiple colors are going to come through. I hope that I've explained this correctly. Let me know in the comments if this was easy to follow along with, or if maybe you had some difficulty. Maybe I can type it out in the comments, or maybe I can throw something in the description. But basically what you're doing is you're outlining, and what your in between pieces of the feathers of the bird are all going to be black. So just keep watching and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm not explaining it right. I feel like I'm not, but I hope that with my description, with my voice, and then the visual of the video, you totally understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I just want to take this opportunity to say thanks for joining me. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe. The best way to let me know that you like the video is giving me a thumbs up, but always comment too. I love to read them and I reply. And don't forget to ring the little bell because that'll give you a notification whenever I post something new. And we've got the 12 days of Christmas coming up. So make sure that you have that bell rung so that you get to see every time I post something new for the 12 days of Christmas. And we're going to be doing ornaments. It's all going to be ornaments, and I'm going to be painting on different ornaments. I'm really excited about doing this. It's different from what I've done the previous years, and I've already started. So this has just been a very fun and crazy time in my life. November is always so busy for me. I've got my craft fairs that I go to, and I've got those that I sell, and I got to keep up on inventory on those. Plus, doing content for you guys because I don't want to leave you hanging, and replacing stock that I keep selling, and all the custom orders that I've been getting lately to do up for Christmas. So this is a very busy time for me, and I appreciate your patience with me. I do try to post every Friday, but if I don't get a chance to do it on Friday, just know that it will be coming very soon. So that's why this one is being posted today. Now you can kind of see what I was talking about, filling in everything black. That is like the design around the hummingbird. And it's to really make this hummingbird show up in amongst the black background. And you would have noticed too that when I put on the glitter paint, the sparkle varnish, I tried to stay just within the color. I tried very hard not to get onto the black because I really wanted the black to stay dull, or it gets shiny with the resin, but it's not going to glitter, because I really wanted the hummingbird to glitter. And that's the effect that I wanted, and it's the effect that I got. So I'm very, very pleased with how this turned out. By doing this, really was something different for me. I used to do it when I used to put decals on for like monster truck bodies. So that was years and years ago, but yes, and models, things like that. You put the decals on in reverse because it goes on the inside of your vehicle. I don't know if that's making any sense, but anyways, last color goes on first. And that's the concept that I use here. So I switched out brushes, and I'm using a slightly bigger brush because I've got bigger areas to do now, and I just wanted to go a little bit quicker. And I really wish, the only thing that I wish was that I had left 2 lines in his body, because I've blacked it out now, and all that beautiful color that was in behind it is gone. So I do have a fix for that. And what I do is I add some more glorious gold, as well as I add glorious gold on the dots that are black that are surrounding it. Now, you would have seen in my other videos that I use my stencil or my template to mark off like the little tickies that I do to make my dots even. This time I decided just to go by eye, and as you can tell, I need the stencil. I've got dots touching each other. I've got dots far away from each other. It's just a mess. But you know what? I wanted to keep it organic, and that's what ended up happening. So now I'm just adding those gold dots on top of the black, and the gold dot is just slightly smaller than the big dot or the black dot, so that you can see the black as like an outline, and then the gold is on the inside. And I really like this effect. It's easy to do, and it's quick, simple, and easy. Basically, that's why I like it. So that's what I do around the frame. And I'm going to say that I wasn't too upset about not having them spaced equally, because this is on a natural stone, and I wanted to keep everything as natural as possible, especially when I'm just throwing some paint on here. So I was very happy with the way that it ended up turning out. And by using the gold on top of the black dots, it kind of separated those black dots that were kind of touching each other. You can kind of see it still, but it's not really that bad. So, yeah, I just finished this up. I let it dry for 24 hours, and then I give it a coat of resin, and then it's finished. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it. So get creative.